And with 3:18 to go, John Starks will go to the free throw line with the Knicks up 8.
You know, it's interesting, Al, how throughout this very successful season with John Starks, the crowd really has taken to his actions on drives to the basket. They find him very exciting, and John has worked very hard at drawing that attention, and he's really turned the fans on when he drives that ball to the basket.
5th foul on Rick Smits. Doesn't he get you going, John? I mean, as a man who appreciates basketball, when he takes that step, you have a little bit more of a sense of anticipation. You never know exactly what he's going to do. He brings that to a game.
And he has the ability to execute shots all different ways and successful.
And you know, you look back to John Starks' original turn with the Knicks back 2 seasons ago, when if he doesn't have a knee injury, he doesn't get on the opening day roster. He gets cut. But because he had the injury, he stays on the roster. And when he comes back, the Knicks needed him at guard because someone else was hurt, and that's how he got his chance. Detlef Schrempf inside.
All right, Indiana refusing to fold, but New York maintains the lead. That's bonus coverage here on TNT. Now back to Bob and Hubie in Chicago.
Thanks, EJ. 114.88 Bulls here with under a minute remaining in this ball game, and it's been a cakewalk for the Bulls since it was 26-24, and Wilkins picked up those 2 fouls we talked about. After that, all Chicago. Biggest lead in this game was 33 at 108 to 75.
I think when Bobby Weiss talks to his ball club, their game plan, the initial game plan, was excellent. Their ball movement, their spacing, all of the move, everything was terrific until they got into the foul trouble. Then they could not take care of their defensive boards. We all know that at playoff time, it's rebounding and defense, or defense and rebounding. Those 2 facets must come 1-2, then your offense. And hopefully, for Atlanta's sake, that they will be able to come out in game 2, establish manhood in that painted area. Hopefully that Willis will not be in foul trouble, Wilkins be on the floor to help them on the boards, and that the inside people will not be intimidated like they were this evening once they had one guy in foul trouble.
Let's update you about Scott Williams. When we went away for our Knicks Pacers bonus coverage, Scott Williams had gone off the floor with an ankle injury. They put tape on it. He is on the sideline right now with the ice on his ankle. We have no idea to the severity of the injury. All we know is that he was hit twice when he went down. So the Scott Williams situation is something that will diffuse a little bit of the joy the Bulls have of getting this 114-90 win over the Atlanta Hawks. Biggest lead in the game was 33. And the Bulls start their defense of their title with a 114-90 win over the Atlanta Hawks. Our Budweiser player of the game is Michael Jordan, who had 35 points to go with his 7 rebounds, 5 assists. And Michael Jordan told Hubie Brown before the ball game, Michael, congratulations on the win here to get things started on defending and going for the three-peat. And Hubie said when we first started this ball game, Michael's joined us at our table side now, said that you told him before the ball game, yeah, it's playoffs, I feel a little nervous.
I was. Everyone gets nervous going into the playoffs. If you don't, then you certainly are not competitive. And I felt the team was a little nervous, which is a good sign because you're really anxious to get going. And you know, I just ready to get out and play basketball. I've been waiting for a long period of time for this.
Michael, everybody's been talking about the team with 57 wins. There's been more gloom and doom talked about a team that won the division championship, 57 wins, 2 world championships, heading into these playoffs. How is this team? Did you, in fact, rest a bit to get your team ready? Did your team rest a bit to get ready for the playoffs?
I think this team has been very anxious to get back to the playoffs ever since we finished last year. We had a problem. We had to go through the 82-game season, and we went through that. Maybe a little lackluster, or mentally draining, but I think we are pretty much motivated with being the underdog. It's not a bad position to be in. I think this team is willing to accept that and take some of the pressure off trying to do it for the 3rd time.
Michael, were you surprised tonight by the ease of the dominance on your offensive boards?
Yeah, we were very surprised, and I think the adjustments by Atlanta is going to be shown and probably seen the next game. We kind of took them by surprise with the active defense and the offensive rebounding that we did. But this team has got a lot of character, and they're going to bounce back on Sunday.
How about Scotty Williams? How severe of an injury?
Scotty, I think Scotty's going to be all right. You know, he's very, very energetic. I didn't see the play, but knowing Scotty, he's from North Carolina, so I know he's going to come back.
That Carolina blue underwear routine.
You got it. He's going to be ready.
Speaking of that, hold your arm up here just a second. This brace on your wrist, I don't want to over-dramatize this or anything, but you do have a sore wrist. It looked like you worked it out pretty well here tonight. Was this kind of an exercise for your wrist?
Well, I got a little tendonitis in my wrist, and as many times as I can shoot, the more pain is going to hurt tomorrow.
So after this ball game tonight, when Hubie and I head out to Michael Jordan's new restaurant, we just say we were just with Michael and he sent us over?
Oh, certainly. Everything's on the house, as long as we win.
I'd like to invite everybody in our TNT audience to come on over on LaSalle Street, and we'll be there. Michael Jordan, once again, our Budweiser player of the game, 35 points tonight, and the Bulls start their defense of the title. You must be feeling pretty good about your club.
I am. You can't get to the ultimate goal of a championship until you win the first one, and this is the first one. We got 14 more to go.
You play again on Sunday. We'll see you on Tuesday down in Atlanta. Michael Jordan, our player of the game, and 35 points from Michael in this game tonight here at Chicago Stadium in the 114-90 win over the Hawks. Stay tuned. We got another game coming your way.